Have you ever wondered if the AI revolution is a bubble so big it could shake the entire US economy? If you haven't, you might after this. Here's the situation. Recently, three of the world's sharpest investors made the same move at the same time. Peter Thiel's fund sold its entire Nvidia stake, over 500,000 shares, roughly $100 million, gone. SoftBank liquidated $5.8 billion in Nvidia stock, their entire position, quietly in October. And Burry, the man who called the 2008 housing crash, took massive short positions against Nvidia and Palantir before deregistering his hedge fund. His parting words? "My estimation of value has not been in sync with the markets." Translation? The market's insane and I'm out. These aren't coincidences, these are exits. So the real question is, why now? Nvidia hit a $5 trillion market cap at its peak, the world's most valuable company. Now, is Nvidia building real technology? Absolutely. Their GPUs power everything from ChatGPT to cancer research to self-driving cars. But the question is that worth $5 trillion? Trillion with a T? Because that valuation isn't priced on today's AI applications. It's priced on the belief that AGI, Artificial General Intelligence, an AI that is so smart that it can perform as good as or better than a human across virtually any task, it's priced on the belief that that AGI is 2 to 3 years away, that every company will need 100 times more compute power, that GPU demand grows exponentially forever. Strip away the AGI timeline, and suddenly you're not buying the company that enables superintelligence. No, you're buying a really good chip company with strong revenue, but facing market saturation, competition from AMD and custom chips, and customers who are already complaining about costs. Still valuable? Sure. $5 trillion worth of valuable? That's where the bubble lives. That narrative is crumbling. In August of 2025, OpenAI released GPT-5. It was supposed to be the next great leap, the model that proved we were on track to AGI. Instead, users revolted. Reddit exploded with complaints. GPT-5 feels dumber than GPT-4, or this is a downgrade, not an upgrade. Sam Altman himself had to apologize publicly and keep the old model GPT-4o available because the backlash was so severe. That is unprecedented. The flagship AI company, the one everyone believed was leading us to AGI, couldn't deliver a clear win with its newest model. But unfortunately, it gets worse. Leaked Microsoft documents revealed OpenAI's financials. In the first 9 months of 2025, OpenAI earned roughly $4.3 billion in revenue and spent roughly $8.7 billion on compute. They're losing money on every query, burning billions to keep ChatGPT running. Now, there are two ways to read this. Interpretation 1. This is Amazon in 1999, burning money to build infrastructure that will eventually print cash once costs drop and business models mature. Visionary, long-term play. Interpretation 2. This is unsustainable. If the leader with the best tech can't make money at $20 a month, what happens when compute costs don't collapse fast enough? When enterprise customers get budget conscious? When free alternatives like DeepSeek start closing the gap? Nvidia's $5 trillion valuation assumes interpretation 1 is guaranteed. But Thiel, SoftBank, and Burry are betting on interpretation 2. They're not saying AI is worthless. They're saying the timeline and scale assumptions baked into those prices are fantasy. And when those assumptions crack, that's when bubbles pop. Can you imagine trying to bake a cake if you've never seen one, never tasted one, without a recipe? It seems that we're trying to do the same thing but with advanced AI. Scaling models bigger doesn't mean we're solving intelligence. It means we're throwing more compute at a problem we don't fully understand. OpenAI claims they, quote, know how to build AGI. But if that were true, wouldn't GPT-5 have been less of a disappointment? Wouldn't GPT-5 have been better than 4o? The truth is, we're guessing. iterating, hoping that somewhere in the exponential curve, intelligence emerges. That's not engineering, that's faith. And when the faith will start to doubt, the whole structure shakes. But what if I told you this AI bubble has burst before? Not just once, but twice. In the 1960s, AI researchers made bold promises. Herbert Simon, an AI pioneer, predicted in 1965 that, quote, machines will be capable within 20 years of doing any work a man can do. The US government believed him. So, DARPA poured millions into AI research. Universities launched ambitious projects in machine translation, speech recognition, problem solving. The future looked inevitable. Then reality hit. Machine translation produced laughable errors. Speech recognition failed in real-world conditions. The grand promises went unmet. In 1973, the UK government commissioned the Lighthill Report, a scathing assessment that concluded most AI promises had not been delivered. Britain slashed AI funding almost entirely. In the US, DARPA followed suit. By 1974, funding to university AI labs was cut. Jobs dried up. Projects were shelved. AI became a dirty word. The first AI winter had begun. Now, what is an AI winter? An AI winter is a period when enthusiasm and investment in AI dramatically contract. It's not that research stops. It's just that the hype dies, the funding disappears, the field goes into hibernation. Labs close, researchers leave for other fields. The technology that was supposed to change everything becomes a cautionary tale. And it doesn't thaw until the next breakthrough reignites hope. By the early 1980s, AI had a second wind. This time, it was expert systems. Programs that used rules and logic to mimic human decision-making in medicine, engineering, business. Companies sprang up, selling expert system software. A billion-dollar industry emerged. The hype was back, but then it collapsed. Expert systems proved brittle, expensive to maintain. They couldn't learn or adapt. So, by 1987, the market for specialized AI hardware fell apart overnight. In 1988, DARPA canceled its strategic computing initiative. The second AI winter had arrived. Notice how both AI winters followed the same script. Overpromising researchers and media painting true AI as imminent. Human-level intelligence just around the corner. Under-delivering technology that couldn't match the overwhelming hype. Real-world performance lagging promises by decades. Funding collapses when results don't materialize. Sponsors feeling duped. Investment evaporating. AI becoming untouchable. That pattern seems to be repeating itself right now. Overpromising? Sam Altman said OpenAI knows how to build AGI. Under-delivering? GPT-5 disappointed. Models are plateauing, costs are unsustainable. Funding collapse? Thiel, SoftBank, and Burry are already out. This isn't speculation. It seems to be history repeating itself in real time. And you're living it. But this time, the stakes aren't confined to the tech elite and government insiders. This time, the stakes are global. Promises with no delivery, sure. Lab experiments that didn't work in the real world, sure. But today, AI's already deployed and generating real value. Back then, AI was vaporware, promises with no delivery, lab experiments that didn't work in the real world. Today, AI's already deployed and generating real value. GitHub Copilot writes working code. AI radiology catches real cancers. DALL-E creates actual designs. Claude helps people think through problems. So we're not headed for a total wipeout, but here's the catch. The markets this time didn't price AI stocks for useful productivity tools that save 20% of time. No, they priced them for AGI arriving by 2027 and revolutionizing everything. So when that timeline breaks, and it is breaking, you don't get a total collapse. You get a correction, and corrections worth $5 trillion valuations? Those hurt. AI won't disappear. GitHub Copilot will probably still work. ChatGPT will probably still be useful. But Nvidia might lose 60% of its value. AI startups might struggle to raise Series Bs. Your stock portfolio might take a hit. Layoffs will ripple through tech if this happens. It's not the apocalypse, but it's also not nothing. especially when you consider China. See, in 2017, Go, an ancient strategy game far more complex than chess, became China's Sputnik moment, if you will, when Google's AlphaGo beat China's own #1 Ke, proving that a foreign AI had surpassed the best human strategic minds at the time. The next year, Xi Jinping issued a national AI mandate to become the world leader in AI by 2030, not through hype, but through state-backed, top-down, long-term investment. China isn't chasing AGI promises to please shareholders. They're deploying AI in factories, cities, logistics, medicine, and surveillance. Some of it unsettling, all of it practical. They're building domestic chips, funding compute sovereignty, training millions of AI engineers, and China's funding doesn't depend on venture capital sentiment or stock prices. It's policy-driven, strategic, insulated from Western hype cycles. Former Google CEO Eric Schmidt said it plainly. The Chinese are not pursuing crazy AGI strategies. They're focused on applying AI to everything. While OpenAI struggles to ship stable progress, China quietly releases something like DeepSeek, their answer to ChatGPT, and it's already trending globally. Not because Americans want to use it, but because they're suddenly asking a very real question. If the United States AI market slows down, does China take the lead? DeepSeek is the first major sign that China isn't waiting for us to figure out AGI. They're building the applications that actually work. So if America enters an AI winter, if private funding dries up, if Nvidia orders collapse, China might win the AI arms race by default. Look, let me be crystal clear about what I'm saying and what I'm not saying. I'm not saying AI is fake, LLMs don't work, this technology is worthless, because that would be ridiculous. I am saying the valuations are disconnected from near-term fundamentals. The market priced in AGI by 2027, 2030, and that doesn't seem to be happening. When that gap becomes obvious, money moves fast. AI will survive this. It might even thrive long-term, but a lot of portfolios, careers, and companies won't survive that repricing. That's what Thiel, SoftBank, and Burry saw. Not that AI is fake, but that the story is overpriced. This isn't about tech stocks, it's about your job, your economy, your country's future. If the US stumbles into an AI winter while China marches forward, the balance of power will shift. The nation that leads AI leads the 21st century economy in defense, in influence, in innovation. Right now, that leadership is up for grabs, and the clock is ticking. Is the third AI winter coming? Maybe. The smart money already moved. The question is, where are you? Until next time, stay awake, stay informed, stay sharp. This has been Mission Control, your hub in the AI takeover. I'm your host, Elroy Waters. Our mission here is simple, to arm you with the truth so that you can do your part to build a future where AI serves humanity and not the other way around. If this briefing hit home, then please join us, subscribe, like, comment, and tell us, do you see an AI winter coming? Or are we wrong? Because when the narrative collapses, the nations and people that prepared won't just survive. They'll define the next generation of power.